So let's talk a bit about what you do now. Can you tell us a bit about your current position as a locomotion controls engineer at Persona AI? What are your responsibilities, or what does maybe a typical day look like there?
Yeah, I have like my dream job. I'm at Persona. I'm one of four engineers that work on locomotion and control. I would say that probably the best way to sum it up is our goal is to basically develop algorithms and software to make the robot behave a certain way. And because our robot has, we call it a floating base, which means that it's not directly fixed to something. It actually has to like stand. Then a lot of our challenges are focused on how do we walk, how do we balance. There's so many different avenues of like how to make this happen. So, to a certain degree, I spend a lot of time on hardware trying to understand, sort of, you might call the state of the hardware, which is that day by day, as you run testing, the performance might change. And so you have to sort of understand what might have changed. How do those changes compromise the algorithms that you've developed? And we're constantly in like demo season as our company is a startup and we have to raise money. And so those day-to-day changes affecting things can have really big consequences. And so we have to do things like daily testing. We do a lot of simulation work where we have different types of physics simulators where the way that they do the math in the background is slightly different. How they model contact and interaction with the feet and the ground might vary. And so you don't necessarily want your algorithms for balance to be too tuned to any one of those. And so we might test on different types of physics engines. Um, uh, we do modeling for our actuators. So we have test stands to make them try to move in a specific way. Um, and we can learn a lot of things if they don't move in the way we expect it to. I spend a lot of my time working directly on the robot, basically asking or demanding it to do something, and then trying to maybe fix the things that don't work perfectly. And that can be through like multiple avenues of developing software or looking at motors or looking at communication, um, all that stuff, lots of things.